Yawning, Jungkook dropped himself on the couch situated in the living room while turning on the big LED through the remote control as his wife took a seat beside him only for him to lay his head over her lap. Who cares? It's relaxing. He spoke while focusing his eyes on the screen across him, trying to find something good to watch. Sighing while shook her head, losing at his stubbornness and ran her hand in his silky locks. There is nothing good to watch. Hey, I have an idea. Wayne spoke excitedly as Jungkook turned his head straight and looked up at her, finding her smiling as he raised his eyebrows. How about we go to have ice cream? Seriously? Please, let's go. I'm really craving for ice cream. You have number of tubs of ice cream in the refrigerator. I know, but I eat from there every day. Now I want to have some outside. We'll take a stroll as well. I really need to freshen my mind from these thoughts. She murmured lowly the last words from these thoughts while looking away from his eyes. Sighing, she looked at him again, showing her puppy eyes, and cupped his face. Please, Jungkookie. Okay, stop giving me those puppy eyes. He stood up from the couch, stood at Brian, and she hugged him tightly. Only because you're cute. No, only because you love me. Damn, I do. He hugged her back, burying her face in his chest tightly as she giggled and pulled herself away a little, slapping his shoulder while he just giggled. You're so annoying. I'll go and get ready. Be back in 10 or I'll not. Yeah, I'll be. Here, taste this at least. Who knows, you might like it and end up buying one cup. She spoke, extending her hand, holding out a spoonful of ice cream across his lip as he sighed but ate it for her and noted in information. It's good, right? Let's buy one. Nope, I just tasted. I don't eat ice cream, you know that. Mine made a weird face in displeasure and rolled her eyes. Duh, I don't know how people live life without ice cream. They should be charged for living such a life. Yeah, whatever. By the way, I saw the shop across the road for baby's items. Her hand stopped midway. She forgot how to respond. What we do there? Basically buy clothes and other stuff for our baby. Her heart stopped beating for a moment as she gulped hard. But we are not even expecting. Then we'll buy for Namra. I'm not in the mood right now. Right now, I just want to relax. Shopping is tiresome and mind breaking. She tried her best to sound normal and forced a smile on her lips as Jungkook chuckled and nodded. Yeah, you're right. Shopping is not an easy task with and for you. Yeah. Is everything okay? His sharp was injured on her face, making her heart skip a bit. She quickly flirted a laugh, waving her head dismissively. Yes, what would happen to me? I've been noticing you seem off. Is something bothering you? No, nothing is bothering me. She forced a smile, hoping she didn't blurt out everything because she's like an open book to him. Don't hide. You can't hide anything from me. You know that. I know. Let's go now. I hate myself, she murmured to herself, looking at her messed up and vulnerable reflection in the mirror. Tears were continually escaping from her eyes. She bit her lip to control the sobs, though she didn't want to be heard by her husband, who was outside in the bedroom waiting for her to come out so they could sleep. While here she was in turmoil, regret, and guilt for lying. Husband who gave her a new life, hope, and so much love she never got from her family or say the hell where she was about to lose her life, and now that life is still affecting her and right now became the reason. They were first made 4 years ago. Sighing, I cursed the screen of my phone where the picture of my mom was set as the wallpaper. She had left me while giving me birth, for which punishment I'm still bearing. My grandmother, who's narrow and old-minded and thinks women low, and she and her dad never took mom seriously until she gave birth to my elder brother, the heir to our family. But after 4 years, when I was born, she lost her life. They gave my responsibility to Aunt Yui, who is a helper in our house since a young age and was really close to mom, while to take care of my brother Wujin. Dad married again, and his grandmother said the hair couldn't be raised by maids. Dad has a daughter with my stepmom, but he's so in love with my stepmom he never treats bad my stepsister. And Wujin, if it does a sin or crime, he gets away with it. Since childhood, they never let me be near them. They never included me in their happiness, let alone I never had any meal with them. I always eat alone in my room. I wore clothes both with teeny pocket money from my father that won't be 1/8 part of my siblings' pocket money. But thank God they let me study till high school because they were afraid that if media and relatives knew how they were treating me, it would ruin the name. It has been 2 years since I graduated high school and I wanted to go to culinary school and have my cafe, but dad refused to pay. I tried to save money so that maybe one day I can leave this place before they see or marry me for some benefit. I wish mom was alive so we would be a good family, or she chose her life instead of mine so I wouldn't have to bear all of this. The hatred, ignorance, disrespect, insults, and whatnot. I spoke while sitting on the couch, my legs comfortably set resting on the tea table across me, placed in Eugene's office room, until I heard a knock that made me flinch. In the panic process of retracing my legs, I paused and slowly diverted my gaze from the broken vase to the door to find an unfamiliar yet handsome man. A sigh of relief escaped from my mouth that it's not Eugene. It got broke by mistake. I swear I didn't do it intentionally. Really, it's just my leg touched accidentally and, can you just not tell Wooden, please? Otherwise, he would go and blabber all of this to grandmother. I was speaking, but immediately stopped realizing as the man just gazed at me from up and down. Yeah, I must be looking like a beggar in this shirt and pants. Only grandmother would let me change. Who are you? I mean, you are in CE's office, and by your look, you don't seem like an employee here. I mean, calling Eugene by name. Yeah, I'm not an employee. I'm one. Here to give this lunchbox. I pointed at the lunchbox placed on the tea table. I had eavesdropped yesterday. Eugene was telling grandmother that he had done damage in a deal, and he has to pay, but he doesn't want that to know. And today, threatening that no one should know or she would make me starve on my way here, I checked the box and found a big amount of money. I guess you are his helper, but helpers don't call their owners by name. Why should I tell you who I am? Who are you to ask that? Jungkook would be a partner of this company, but not now after the mess your sugar daddy created. Sugar what? How could you? Ew. Yuck. How could you make my brother my... Ew, I almost put to bed realize what I had just blabbered. Brother? I never knew Mr. Kim had one more daughter. Sorry, I have often seen your brother with his cheeks here. Gross, he's so dirty. And yes, most people don't know about me. But now please, you also don't tell anyone, just forget we ever met, yeah? My words got cut off as the door opened. Mr. Kim, I accidentally knocked it. Oh, how nice. I am liking him already. I came out of my trance, hearing Hojin calling me. I quickly picked the lunchbox and gave it to him and quickly left from there. After that day, Jungkook in curiosity searched about Mr. Kim's another daughter and he didn't know why he was getting more interested in her. Though there was nothing about her online, he managed to get her social account and texted her. Wine was surprised, but she decided to thank him for the office day. Then, just getting to know each other turned into friendship and then into love in those 7 months. But Wine was scared to date anyone because of her family. So they started dating secretly, and just after 5 months, Jungkook was so in love that he couldn't wait to take her out from that hell. So he decided to marry her. But he knew her father wouldn't agree if he told him he had been dating Wine, so he came with a plan. He told her father he needed an legitimate heir, but he's not in love with anyone and needs a wife. If they made their daughter marry him, they would get a lot of benefits, and as expected, they forced Wine to marry him. Wine got everything she ever desired: love, support, respect, and all, but just one and only person, her husband, who is her whole world just like she is for him. She completed her culinary school last year and now handles her own cafe. Everything was perfect until 2 months ago. Jungkook got baby fever seeing his sister's newborn, Namra. So on their third anniversary, he asked Wine to have a baby as he felt ready, and Wine, seeing his happiness, agreed. Wine, have you seen my wallet? I can't find it. I have checked everywhere, but still I didn't find it. He spoke loudly so that it could be heard by Wine, who was in the shower. He decided to search in the last place, the drawer beside Wine's side where only her things are placed, but he still wanted to check there. Maybe she had kept it there, so he did, but his brow froze when he got something odd in his hand. A box of pills read as contraceptive pills. He froze. Did you find your wallet? She asked while dabbing her hair with a towel, walking toward him, but the towel slipped from hand. Jungkook, she muttered in horror as Jungkook slowly turned to face her. Is this what I'm thinking? Are you really taking this? I'm sorry. Why? I was on work. No, please. It's not like that. Hurt was visible in his eyes as Wine bit her lip to control her tears and lowered her head. Then what is it like? Were you not ready then? You could tell me, but you don't trust me enough, I guess. His word got cut off by the sudden hug of her as she placed her face on his chest, letting the tears fall. Please don't say it like this. I swear I was ready. I was really fond of the idea to have a family with you, and I said yes. But a few days later, I had a dream that I had a miscarriage, and you blamed me that I'm a curse, like my family said. Her voice cracked as the word left her lips. She gripped his shirt tighter, afraid he might push her away, but he didn't, and never will, as he knew there must be a strong reason that made her do it. You were on business trip, so I couldn't share about the dream, but since overthinking takes my mind, I thought, what if this were a sign from God? What if I'm really unfortunate and cursed? What if I might die while giving birth like my mom? Her whole body was shaking against his chest. His eyes darkened with anger, not at her, but at the cruel word her family had engraved in her heart. Holding her shoulder, he pulled her a little from his chest to look into her eyes. Don't you dare to say things like that. You're not dying. Still, I don't want my child to have a life like me. I was so scared. I thought if I told you that I don't want a baby, you would be hurt.